They only have two red lights in Brackettville, Texas, and I'm stopped at one of them. The other one's behind me. But anyway, it's Sunday morning coming down here, 43 degrees, overcast, but it's just starting to break off with some blue patches, and we're going to go out here and take a drive. Why? Because I want to. But anyway, I'm in my 2025 Ford Maverick. It's not a hybrid. But yeah, there's the dash layout I finally ended up with, and we'll talk more about that in a minute. On the left there, far left, is like the temperature gauge, and then just to the right of that is the tachometer. We're doing about 2,000 RPMs. Speed is 32, and that blue line indicates I'm using the eco mode. We're going northeast, and then up far right over there's a fuel gauge, and it's got a little finger pointing at where we are, which is about halfway. And then we go over here to this thing, and this is the info. Well, I don't know what it is. Another display, 13 inches, and I'm got Sirius satellite on, escape, and that trip deal shows 28 miles to the gallon. And that varies quite a bit because, you know, you can let this thing idle for a few seconds and the miles per gallon will drop 2 or 3 tenths or whatever. Yeah. So anyway, that's where we are right now. We've been 251 miles. But what we want to touch on this morning is, you know, simplicity. You know, I've had like 3 new cars in 2 weeks or a month, whatever it is. And, you know, every one of them have some kind of a complicated, well, to me, complicated way of setting up your screens and stuff. And, you know, when you give a human options, of course, they're going to take advantage of them. But, you know, as you know, some of you guys that are nearly as old as I am, you bought a car back in the 1950s, there weren't any options. You got an AM radio, a speedometer, mechanical, maybe an oil pressure indicator and a temperature gauge, and on, you know. But of course, you can't stop change, man. But what I was thinking is they ought to have on some of these cars what I call a simplicity option. In other words, if you don't want to have all this stuff, or you really don't know how to use it anyway and it'll just be wasted, you can opt for the simplicity option, and it saves you $20,000. All right, and then they ought to have levels that you could have. Simplicity 1, which is nothing. Simplicity 2 comes with an AM radio, and on and on. You see what I mean? Because, you know, do we need all this? I mean, we've got these things thinking for us. You know, it'll tell you if your windshield wipers don't work. It'll tell you if your windshield wipers don't work. Do you need your car to tell you? Huh? Or if your windshield wiper fluid is low, do you need a flashing light telling you, a warning light telling you that your windshield wiper fluid is low? Or how about this? Tire pressure. You know, I mean, it's all these are fairly useful. I'm not saying they're not, but you know, how did we live without them? Somehow we managed. You know, and a lot of people are going to say, well, yeah, but we had people that had flat tires. We didn't even have windshield washers. You know, that's how we got by with that. I mean, we didn't have any of that crap. But enough said. I'm not saying it was better back when or it's better now. It's just, you know, things change, you know, as you know, and I'm adapting quick as I can. This thing fizzed up. Yeah, you can see the clouds are breaking off nicely now, and the temperature is going to go up to 75 today. But yeah, so far, well, you've already seen the video about the battery being dead. They found out it was the battery was bad, but you know, they've had this issue with the Mavericks, the bad battery issue since 2021, and it's still lingering, you know. But yeah, we got that done. But I'm still, you know, I did delete the app on the phone, the Ford, whatever it is, the Ford app on the phone, because what happens is there's not much there. You can start your car. I may put it back and all that crap, but I just deleted it for the hell of it. I got mad at it, and but it does communicate with your vehicle, and so your vehicle, see, like if the vehicle's not getting a good signal from somewhere, whoever they use to communicate through, AT&T or whoever they use, then it's just continually trying to communicate, and it will eventually, according to what I read on YouTube, or excuse me, Google. I did a check to find out what caused the battery drain on Ford Maverick, and it is that Ford Pass thing. They've isolated it to that Ford Pass communication because it's continually gathering data and uploading it to the Ford system, and then the Ford, of course, resells that data to other companies like insurance companies and other things. You can turn it off, but I don't know. You've got the system in the vehicle that you can turn off, and then you have the app on the phone that you don't have to have. But you need to have something to keep your quote points. Because when you buy a new vehicle, you get 42,000 points. That's good for about 3 oil changes. I didn't get 42,000. I'm going to call Monday and find out why. I got 32,000. What happened? I used 10,000 points and I haven't done anything. But anyway, that's enough said about that. But yeah, so they got all this cute little stuff, and in my mind, I don't know, guys. What do you think? Well, anyway, we're going 46 miles an hour, and it shows we're tacking about maybe 15 to 1,800 RPMs, and gas mileage has already jumped up to 28.3. And yeah, it doesn't take long for it to change, And yeah, I had it yesterday coming back from. I had to go to Del Rio to pick up the vehicle, and in the customer car they gave me, and on the way back I was averaging like 30.9, 31, and so that's a lot. That's about what I thought it was going to be, and it looks like we're going to settle out all around, not towing at over 28, which is better than I thought, which is good, And I had a Ford Ranger that was a loaner vehicle, or the customer service car, and yeah, it was all right. It's just a little bigger. It rides a little rougher. It seems to be a little noisier on the inside because of the one I had was 4-wheel drive, and so yeah. And the fuel economy was 19, and or that's the best I got was 19, and so yeah, we're just cruising along here. And somebody said, "I'll rename my channel a car channel." Good point. Yeah, that's a valid point. Here's something else that occurred to me. I got to go to Casita to Rice, Texas, to pick up my travel trailer. Well, before I go there, of course, I've got to have the money transferred and everything paid for. And I was thinking, well, what if I got run over by a truck on the way to Rice, Texas? What the hell do they do that money? And then they say, well, they contact your family. Well, shit, they don't know how to get a hold of my family. I don't even know how to get a hold of my family. But anyway, that was just one of those negative thoughts that popped into my mind, like, oh shit, but big deal. If you're gone, what difference it make? But be that as it may, today is Sunday, February the 23rd, 2025 at 9:41 a.m. and the sky is clearing off nicely now. We're going north, so it's clearing from the north to the south. Very good, very good. Thank you, Mother Nature, Father Time, and all that stuff. Yeah, it's yeah, I like the car. I love it because it's got some neat little, now that I've found the tachometer, I had to find that in the settings. I was trying to figure out how to get this screen set up like this. This is what I wanted because it shows the miles per gallon, the elapsed time, and you can, start that over anytime you want to. And yeah, so it's now that's kind of, and then of course I got my screen for Sirius, down at the bottom there. There's some of the favorites I've already put in there. And yeah, so that comes in handy, and of course the tachometer and all the other stuff. But yeah, now that I had it all set up before, and then the battery went dead, so I had to do it all over again, because when they took the battery out completely, everything that you had in the way of settings was erased. Was I happy with that? Not a bit, not a bit. But again, I want to give a shout out to Cecil Atkinson Ford, Del Rio, Texas, and the people there, the salesman, Steven. If you ever go there to buy a car, check with Steven. He's very, very, very helpful. The guy is amazing, and he's a young guy and techie type. He knows a lot about these cars and stuff. Yeah, he'll set you up, and Yeah, but I thought it was really great. Here I had a dead battery, and they the salesman came up in that pickup, that Ranger, jump started this one, and he drove this back to the service department. This was on a Saturday morning, and they had it diagnosed and the battery replaced by about 3 p.m. I drove down and picked it up in their Ranger and dropped the Ranger off and picked up my Maverick. Pretty dadgum nice, right? I think that's about as good as it can get. But I will say this, the emergency road service from Ford is no better than anybody else. You can't get a human. They want to do everything by text, and so that way it eliminates any payroll at all. And does it work? Oh, I'm sure it does. I'm sure it works perfectly. But the only car they had stored in the system for me was a 2012 Ford something that I had. Yeah, I did have it. I did have a 2012 Ford, whatever it was, but I needed to get a Maverick in there. I mean, so, but enough said. We're just cruising here, and I'm just checking out. See, it's already gone up over here to 28.9 on the miles per gallon. But of course, we're only traveling, like 46 miles an hour. I usually go 40. I don't know why I'm going so fast. Setting the land speed record here. But I tell you what, a little change in the speed on the highway, I promise you, makes a big difference on the miles per gallon. Because see, we just dropped it. I'll show you in a second here. We just dropped it from 46 to 40, and okay, there's 40 miles an hour, and it's already up to 29, and we'll let it go for a minute or two here, and it'll go right on up. That's where I got to 30 something yesterday, but I wasn't going 40, I was going 60 on the highway and getting over 30 miles per gallon. But isn't this a beautiful day? Huh? I like it, I like it, I like it. It shows to be 47 degrees, and yeah, I've got 450 miles on my vehicle now, and I've had it 6 days or 7 days. Maybe this is the 7th day. So yeah, but we've done a lot of, well, it had 100, almost 200 miles on it when I got it. So I've put like 250 miles on it, going back and forth to Del Rio and getting the battery stuff. Yeah, but be that as it may, I'm looking forward to going and getting the Casita coming up whenever. So yeah, we're Sunday morning drive. I was thinking about, when I was trying to reset all this stuff, I was thinking about the simplicity of the cars I've owned back in the the first car, well, of course, we had a family car, a 1954 Ford, but it was automatic. That was a big deal back when. No air conditioner, no nothing like that. No, no padded dash, no tilt wheel, none of that crap. AM, FM radio, if you could get a station. And yeah, it was a basic. And then I had a 1960 Chevrolet Impala 348, 4-speed on the floor. Yeah, that damn thing was quick. Yep. And then I got me a 1964 and a half Ford Mustang 289. Wasn't a high performance, but it wasn't long before it was a high performance, because I could turn it a 12.4, 104 miles an hour in a quarter mile. Totally stock. My brother tweaked it, so to speak. But yeah, we're at 29.1 now. And but anyway, guys, just want to give you a heads up. Yeah, the Maverick's working great. I'm finally getting a little better at these screens, and yeah, I think we're going to be all right now if I don't have another battery issue. I do have in the car now a battery tester that I had in my a Class C RV. It plugs into the cigarette lighter and gives you the readout on the battery, like 12.4 volts or 12 whatever, and a full battery, a sitting battery. So you let it sit overnight and you test it. And this one was 12.4. That's a full battery, good battery. Okay, and but even all the way down to 12.0 is a good battery. But when you start getting into the 11s, got a problem. But I'm going to watch it and see if I have any drain, And as far as putting the app back on the phone, I probably will if I can figure out how to do it. I mean, it's got all kind of crap you got to do. You have to, never mind, I ain't getting into it. But anyway, guys, from out here taking a nice Sunday cruise near Bracketville, Texas, going north towards Rock Springs, 48 degrees, and we're at 28.2 miles per gallon, and everything's good. So y'all enjoy your day. This will probably come up on a, I don't know, Tuesday or so. Yeah, y'all enjoy your day, enjoy your life, and yeah, we'll get a casita soon, and on we go, guys. Stand guard at the door of your mind, take deep breaths, drink plenty of water, keep your health the best way you can, and enjoy your life. Adios, amigos, Rangers. Bye-bye.